Another layer. As we sit together on a playground bench, Miss Eddy tells me when I used to read Swimming to my Mississippi school children, I'd always point out that he was a black fish. I wanted them to understand that it will be a black leader who will bring them to a better life, and they'd better learn to stick together and help each other. Do you still feel the same way? I ask. More so, is her reply. We had more true leaders in our little colored town, people who knew right from wrong, than I've seen in a long time, black or white. Rini could be such a leader, don't you think? Ah, so you've noticed. Massetti looks at me in what I feel is a new way. Yes, indeed, she could. It's not just a coincidence she chooses to do swimming for her birthday book, knowing I'll be here. She knew I'd notice she's the only black girl in the class. So this is a message she's sending. What exactly is the message? I believe it's this. Tell me, Grandma Eddie, if I belong here where I'm so different, or should I still be with my own people like I was in preschool the way I am in church? Is that your feeling? I'm somewhat ambivalent, but I know Renee has strong positive feelings about being black. She waves to a group of our boys who have just run by. Anyway, her parents really want her in a school like this, in this school. Well, I'm glad she's here, I say. Frankly, I don't know what I'd do without her this year. It's my last, and I started off with so many mixed feelings, but now she and I have taken off on this Leo Leone train ride, and everyone has climbed aboard. It's quite remarkable. Yes, it is, Miss Eddy agrees. Makes me want to return to teaching. She is quiet for a while, watching Renee on the slide. The girls have connected themselves together and are racing down in one long, screaming chain of daredevils with Renee at the head. Miss Eddy turns to me. Look, I want to be more honest with you. I'm not as ambivalent as I said before. I would prefer to have Renee in a school with more black children and teachers in our neighborhood school, for example, which I know is not nearly as good as this one. But she will not become a leader of her people if she remains here. It won't happen. There are lots of reasons. Then, in a very determined, almost conspiratorial manner, Miss Eddy decides to give me one of the reasons. Here is something that happened to my son in law the first time he walked into your school last summer. Steve has put the matter aside, but I can tell you how upset he was at the time. He had stopped off on his way from work to drop off some sort of form for Renee. He was dressed in his best suit, as it happens, attache case and all, looking like the successful businessman he is. Apparently, he went to the wrong office. There was a young white woman at the desk. My hair is kind of driving me nuts. I'm staring at Massetti now, not knowing what comes next, fearing the worst as she continues. The moment the woman saw Steve, she pointed to the copy machine and said, "How long will it take you to fix it?" She assumed no matter how he was dressed that he was a technician, not a parent. Before he could say anything, another man walked in a white man dressed in khakis and t-shirts, and she asked, "Can I help you?" Apparently, the fellow was looking for his daughter's class. There was a summer program going on. Now, as I say, Steve had gone to the wrong office, but the point hit home. Even if he prefers now to disregard it, this is the sort of place where a black man will not automatically be assumed to be a parent, as a white or Asian would be. She waits to see if I'm going to respond, then finishes her statement. This is just one reason why Renee will not become another Tubman if she continues in a place where the next put down is always just around the corner. Massetti stands up to leave. You see, Vivian, in any black community, Renee's family are the pillars, the most respected, the leaders. Eddie, I say, taking her hand, I am certain that kind of respect does happen here, but I also think no white person is in a position to argue with you about this. Your story happened here, and there is no way to guarantee that it won't happen again.